Alrighty.
Are we recording?
We are now recording.
Sweet.
Ooh. Wonderful. Alrighty. So, hi guys. We're back at it again with another Let's Read. As you can tell, I have a completely different person with me this time. Because my boyfriend, I love him to pieces. He's always asleep by the time we need to fucking record. But I don't blame him. These stories are painful for us to get through. Narrator, who's the author that you know and love from the Harry Potter fanfic, took one good look at this and went, BearCakes, what the fuck is this shit?
After which I went, why is it all one paragraph?
I don't know if you noticed the sentence errors.
You know what? I'm gonna save the sentence errors for when we come upon them.
Okay, so
save the surprise.
So, like with your story, even though granted it's like paragraph to paragraph, since this is one large ass paragraph, I think that it's better if you and I just popcorn read sentences.
Okay.
So, just so that way we aren't hurting our brains later.
Is that also going to include dialogue?
Well, if dialogue's in a sentence, yes.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So, if something doesn't look correct in the sentence, correct it, because your brain's going to want to correct everything.
Okay.
If something comes up that doesn't make sense, call it and commentate on it. It's going to end up being a running gag later somewhere in the series. So,
okay.
So, same explanation, same disclaimer. You guys are adults. You know better. Again, me, and just to reiterate from the very first episode of this, me and my ex are on speaking terms. So, let's try not to be too harsh in our critiques, but knowing you and I, that's not going to be a possibility.
Yep.
Alrighty, so, I already gave you the basic summary. Nothing interesting happens off camera.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and start us off on the first sentence. I'm not gonna make you read the first sentence because it wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
So, Tyne's point of view. The next morning at 4 a.m., I was up and packed some things into my calendar.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I reading something different? Because that is not the first sentence I have.
Oh, that was chapter 1. We're on chapter 2.
Oh, we are on chapter 2.
Yes.
I'm glad you said something, because I was totally on chapter 1. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I was then ready to go at 4:30.
Fletch had woken up and came out of the bedroom.
I'm going now, Fletch. I said, hugging him, I guess.
I mean, if you want to say That's
what I'm saying with the dialogue.
Her fucking dialogue is bullshit, so we'll just read it like we read in your fanfic.
Okay.
Okay.
He said, hugging me back. You can stay here if you want, since you don't have to get back to Fiona. Are they Irish?
No, they are, British.
Oh, okay. Oh, that might... okay. All right.
Be safe, okay?
Yeah, I'll see you when I get back.
I said and headed out.
Oh, he watched me as I sped off down the highway towards Tootington?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it right. I didn't have to correct you on the pronunciation. It's sad that I know how any of this shit is pronounced.
Okay, Tootington.
Alright.
That's not British, but okay.
You're gonna have to get on the Sarah Ball about that. She's the one that came up with all this shit. Alrighty. Compose ourselves. The story is absolute bullshit. But anyway, you'll find out later. Tyne had left and I watched her car disappear down the road. I sighed
to go and went back inside.
I hated letting her go somewhere like Tunington by herself.
All those guys who are just dying to get a hold of a girl, when you can have someone like Tyne. It's gonna be trouble.
I sat down on the couch thinking and wondering what her friend could possibly want with her.
I turned on the TV, there was nothing much on, so I went off to Zach's place for a while.
I pulled up and got out of my car and headed over and knocked on the door.
Come in.
Hey Fletch, what's up?
Tyne's gone to Tootington to see a friend.
Miss her?
More worried about what's going to happen to her.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, what if she's not?
Tell me this, Fletch. Does she break down easily?
Does she let people push her around?
Does she back down from anything?
No.
Would she let someone hurt her without punching them and telling them where to go?
That I could see her doing? Sorry, I know there's not a question there, but...
She did not grammar check any of this.
Clearly.
She did not give a fuck.
Like, because it almost seems like that should be, like, part of the Zach guy speaking, but clearly it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that I could see her doing.
Okay, so she'll be fine.
I sighed and hoped he'd be right.
I still had a feeling that she wasn't going to be okay, but Zach hoped she would be.
We were talking for a while before I decided to head back to Tyne's house.
I sat down on the couch and put on a movie I had with me.
I liked watching it when she wasn't around, as she'd freak out.
She was so easy to scare sometimes.
I watched it and then decided to have a rest before watching another movie.
I slept well except for the nightmare I had.
I never got stressed over nightmares, but this one was different.
I was sleeping well until it began.
I'd never have anything like this worry me.
Oh my god. This is what happened.
Oh lord. Okay, obviously this person is indifferent towards commas. Commas can be your friend.
Or your edit. Oh god,
Or
there was another story that I had read, and I got mad at the author because of her excessive use of commas.
See, and I know, like, I can be guilty of that sometime. I try not to be, but I guess it's more about, like, if you're not using them the right way, because that should have been, like, one sentence. It should have been, I slept well except for this nightmare, comma, this is what happened. First of all, you didn't need any of that, like, this was a different nightmare. It's like, if you're going to go into it, obviously it was different. Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
It was Wednesday afternoon, and Tyne was arriving from Tootington today.
Zach, Brewster, and I were working on a park to get it ready for the big opening the next day.
I was going to be a great little finish. Wait, what?
He's going to be a park?
It's gotta be. It was going to be a great park when it was finished.
Bro, he sexually identifies as a bush.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? Please tell me you're joking.
He sexually identifies as a tree.
He self-identifies as a plant?
That's what's implied in this fucking sentence. It's like, I was gonna be a great little park when it was finished. I'm like,
so you're a park?
So
Okay.
you're a park now. I always knew you were a park.
See, and that's the thing, because they clearly, yeah, you're right. They clearly did not proofread this.
Hey, Brewster, bring over the plants.
Are you sure you can do this without making a mess?
Yeah, I'm not a fucking 4-year-old.
Okay, you win.
Tyne!
So, you just skipped a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, fuck. Do you want me to go
'cause-
back? Do you want me to go back?
No,
and
it's
read
fine.
it?
It's fine. No, it's fine. That's why I just got lost for a second. What's going on here?
We're doing up the park. We're doing up the park for the opening tomorrow because apparently Fletcher sexually identifies as a fucking plant.
All right. You will never guess what happened while I was away.
What?
I'm getting married.
The way you read it is such in a condescending tone.
Well, yeah.
I dropped the shovel and looked at her.
You're getting married?
Yeah!
Fletch?
I'll show you what happens when you mess with me, I murmured and sped off.
The others looked at each other, confused.
I pulled up. Oh god. It begins. I pulled up at Tyne house and broke into the house.
I looked around and headed off to her. Wait. So, did she leave too? Is she at the? I guess my question will probably be answered in a second. Okay, sorry. Crap. I looked around and I headed off into her room.
She had a photo of a guy lying on the bed and a number on the back.
I picked it up and smirked.
We'll see what you think when she's no longer here for you.
I went and sat on her couch and waited for her to come in.
Tyne walked in and shut the door and then turned around and looked at me.
How did you get in here?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is what I'm going to do.
I slammed her into the door and glared at her.
What makes you think I'm gonna let you marry him?
Ooh, he's possessive.
That's what he fucking said! That's what he said! I told you, he was a fucking creep! I'm like, they butchered my boy! I absolutely adore him in this show!
Okay, so is Fletch a character actually on the show?
Yes, but he's not creepy or possessive the way that this person has written it.
Okay. I don't need your permission.
Well, it's not happening.
I pushed her down and then chained her up to the wall.
What's wrong with you?
You're messing with the wrong person, Tyne. I said, and I walked out the door.
It was oh, Jesus Christ. It was a few days later, and I had abandoned Tyne for an entire time.
Wait, he abandoned... Okay. I had no feelings for her at all. Then why would you tie her up and chain her to the door if you don't... What? Clearly you have some kind of feelings for her. Unhealthy ones at that, but...
Oh, yeah. I went
I'm
back
cool.
to...
I'm down for unhealthy relationships, but like...
Oh, yeah.
At least acknowledge it.
Oh, yeah. Fucking... Oh, she has no concept of what a healthy relationship is.
Well, clearly. Okay.
I went back to her house and went down to the basement.
She looked terrible, but I seemed happy about it.
Fletch, please let me out of here. I just hear that silent, what is any of this?
I'm so confused. You can beg all you want. It's not happening.
Please, I'll do anything.
Fine. Don't marry him, and you will do whatever I want you to do with me.
Never. I love him. He's the only one I ever loved.
And if I made that promise, you just use me for your pleasure.
I glared at her and pulled out a gun. Your death, baby, I said and pulled the trigger.
No!
Let's see.
I'll say the rest of it. I said, no, you yelled, but okay. I said sitting up and looked around and then ran down to the basement and it was filled with boxes like normal. That was way too many ands in that sentence.
Now you know my pain. I was in pain the first 2 episodes. But I had to read this shit. I went back and sat on the couch.
What did I do?
I murmured, rubbing my eyes.
I sighed and I stared at the roof when my phone rang.
I picked it up, sighing.
Hello?
Fletch, it's Tyne.
Tyne's POV. It took me an hour to get there, and then I went to the hotel and unpacked.
I then decided that I should ring Fletch.
I had a funny feeling that he might want to talk to me.
I grabbed my phone and dialed his phone.
Hello?
Fletch, it's Tyne.
Hello? Hello? Let me try my hello again.
Hello?
Hello?
Fletch, it's Tyne.
Tyne! Oh, thank God you're okay.
Oh, why wouldn't I?
I fell asleep and had a nightmare.
Aw, Fletch, what is it about?
You got back from Tootington, and you said you were getting married, and I hated that. I then broke into your house, and then when you got back, I chained you up in your basement, and I left you for 3 days. You looked terrible, but I didn't seem to care. I wouldn't... Oh, God, if I would have realized... Now you're going to monologue? I wouldn't let you go no matter how much you begged me unless you said you wouldn't marry him and do whatever I wanted. You said no because you loved him, and I only used you for my pleasure, and then I shot you.
Oh, no. What man does that?
So basically, let's recap the nightmare that we just read.
Let's do a recap. Let's do a rewind.
Okay, if you're gonna recap it 30 seconds later, it's like then you didn't need it in the first place. Like, you didn't need that whole nightmare sequence. You didn't need it. Because if you're just gonna tell us again 30 seconds later, what was the point?
Oh, I know why Fletch is talking so weird. It just dawned on me. Okay, so the US actor for this guy is black. So now you know why it's written so weird.
It's little. I mean, honestly, this could be semi-decent. If someone just, like, proofread this and just reformatted it, too. Like, you're going, again, it's like you don't, if you're gonna, and, like, I don't mind, like, POV changes or anything like that. I can roll with those kinds of punches and everything. But what's the point of the POV changes? It's like, so we should be getting, if we're going to change the POV, then you should be getting into that person's brain. I think we're getting way too deep for this little weird fan fiction, but like, the story I'm working on right now, like, the main character is our point of view character for most of it. But, like, then in, like, the third chapter, I'm like, I want us to see this all this again, but I want you to see it from another person's point of view so you can get insight to that person. And then, like, for the big conflict chapter, like, I'm writing that with no point of view, like, no central point of view, I guess I should say, because I want everyone to see, okay, this is why this character is doing this, and we can hear his thoughts or her thoughts, or so we know why they're doing this. Like, yeah, this is an asshole move, but you can see, like, in their inner dialogue, okay, that's why they're doing it. But yeah, just, like, if you're going to switch point of view characters, but there should be a reason for it. And right now, I see no reason for it. Okay.
Fletch, I wish I was there to hold you. You sound like you need it.
You're not gonna get married while you're there, are you?
Tyne, I'm serious. Promise me you won't get married while you're away.
I don't need to promise.
Promise.
I promise I won't marry anyone while I'm away. Nor will I get engaged, date someone, or go to some guy's house to do anything to get me pregnant. What?
You're not my dad.
Right?
Yes.
You're not my mom. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, right. The guys in the Tunington Chugging are hot. I've seen them.
Maybe, but they're nothing compared to you.
Tyne.
Crap. I think I lost my spot. Okay. Oh, yes.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
Are you gonna blow something up while you're there?
No, I don't just blow things up for the sake of blowing things up.
You would if you felt like it.
Okay, if I could, yeah. But I can't.
When has that ever stopped you?
Oh, just shut up, Fletcher.
Why? Afraid you'll lose?
What? No.
Fuck off, Fletcher.
Bitch.
Fletcher, if I was there, I'd throw something at you.
Yeah, but you're not, so I'm safe.
Oh, and if you were here, I'd prefer you throw yourself at me. At least I'd have something to hug.
I miss you, Fletch.
I love you.
I love you too. Didn't we just have this conversation?
I've got to go and see my friend.
Okay, remember, don't get married.
I know, I promised, and I'm not gonna break it.
Bye, Tyne.
Bye, Fletch.
I could do with Fletch right now. What? Okay, so what is this relationship between Tyne and Fletch? Okay, so is Tyne an actual character or is she an original character?
Okay, so let me kind of explain to you the relationship dynamic between two trolls.
Okay, because Fletch is an actual character as a canon character.
Yes.
Correct?
Tyne is a canon character. The two of them kind of have a flirtatious relationship, and it's kind of debatable whether or not that pairing is canon. But why would pairings be canon in a kid's show? Just saying.
Right.
But it's kind of my fault because I've shipped these two together, and I've written fanfics about them before. And so she gets that shit from me.
No judgment. No judgment.
So
Zutara forever.
Oh, let's just get through this last paragraph and then it's onwards to the next chapter. Alright. Since you read last time, it's my turn this time. I then headed over to my friend's house.
I pulled up and got out and she was waiting for me.
Tyne.
Clary, how are you?
I'm okay, I guess.
What did you want to see me about?
Let's go inside, she said, so we went inside.
We sat down and she sighed.
Alkali is out again.
Alkali, is that it? Alaki?
Alkali.
Alkali?
Yes.
There are not enough letters in the word to make that alkali. Okay. I think I'm gonna call him Alakai, so.
Okay.
Or is Alakai a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Oh, I guess I'm about to answer my own question.
Yeah.
Alakai was a friend that we knew, but he was really violent and had been arrested some time ago after we had got him arrested? Wait, so you got him arrested and then he had been arrested again? From the same what?
What? He's out to get
Sorry. Like having to read the sentence over again. I'm like, wait, what?
He's out to get you and I.
And you want me for?
You're a demolition expert. You can help stop him.
I'd lose my license.
Well, we can't leave him.
For me to get close to him, I have to act like I regret getting him arrested, and act like I like him.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard.
I'd have to date him.
So, what's wrong with that?
I promised a friend I wouldn't date anyone, real or not.
What's more important, getting Alkali back behind bars or a stupid promise?
My promise. I don't break promises. And I really need to keep this one or he'll be upset, and I can't do that to him.
Well, can you at least try and do it without dating him?
I'll think about it, but no promises.
I said, and she nodded.
I got up and headed out to my car.
I'll see you later.
Clary called out.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Deuces. When you're finally able to come off the clock, deuces.
Peace. I've done that before. I've totally done that before. Like I was walking out one day, and it was like a Sunday afternoon or something like that, and I just had to work the morning. I didn't have to work the night, so I like walk out to the lobby, and it's fucking full, and I like get my phone out, I like take a picture, and I like Snapchat Joe, and I'm like, bye. Bye, have fun. Okay, sorry. Bye. I was halfway home when I was supposed to stop, but the brakes wouldn't work. Oh
What?
no.
Oh
The
no!
suspense. The suspense.
What the hell is happening?
People were watching as my car spun out of control and crashed into a building.
My car was badly damaged and I went unconscious.
At least I left. Wait, what? At least I'd left who to At least I'd left who to contact in my pocket for a time like this. Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I